Hey,
Man,
can I ask you a question?
yeah, what's up?
Are you pro-life or pro-choice?
Is pro-choice like for abortions?
Yeah,
So like illegalize abortions or like make them okay?
like you're saying you believe in abortions or you don't believe in abortions,
I believe in abortions
and why?
because well, honestly, if the mother isn't ready, then they shouldn't have it. If the father isn't ready, they shouldn't have. If it's just gonna if it's gonna set you up for like a really like bad life, then honestly, I say just don't have it. And
What
like
about
they
abortion? I mean, adoption.
adoption, I think adoption is acceptable. Yeah.
So you don't believe in abortion, you believe in adoption.
No, I believe in abortion,
So like
but
I
I
don't
also
understand.
believe in adoption.
Well, you're talking about the parents and the outcome. If the
Yeah.
outcome doesn't involve the child, right, and she has it, and then the child's gone, right? Isn't that acceptable to you?
Yeah.
So abortion's not okay. Adoption is your recommendation.
No, I say both is okay.
Well,
Like, okay, sorry,
so
hold on.
what's I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
the difference. Like, you have a child, right? You
Uh-huh.
know you can't have it, and you don't want to have it. You can
Hmm.
either kill it or you can give it up for adoption.
Yeah.
You're saying you're okay with both of those, to kill it or give it up for
Yeah.
adoption. Okay.
Yeah.
So when are you okay to kill it?
Uh, I'm okay to kill it if the parents are just not ready, like
So
they're not financially ready, or
I
uh,
I just think of like the most like insane scenario, and I just like kind of bring it to this because it has been pushed in legislation, but I'm not going to bring that up. But because it was a couple people and it's very minuscule, but it is very important to think of. That
mhm.
basically there was a woman who was taking a dump one morning. She thought, and she had a baby, and she pushed out a baby, and she didn't know she was pregnant, right? So let's bring it
Mhm.
to the point that the baby's 9 months old. It's gonna come out in 1 week, and the mother has the decision to kill it. Would you say that's okay?
Hmm.
So it's fully grown, and then even when I take it to that point, you've heard of premature births. They can happen at 6 months. So that baby could
Yeah,
have
they
come
can
out
earlier.
3 months earlier and still survived, right? But at
Yeah.
9 months, let's just say she figured out 1 week before, and she's like, "Man, I felt like I had to take a shit, and it was weird, and I had this weird feeling." And she goes to the doctor, and they're like, "Yeah, you have a baby," and they're like, "Do you want us to kill it?" Like, would you say that's okay? But it's
I
already
mean, yeah,
fully
I would, I
grown.
would say, I would say it would be okay.
While it's fully grown.
And if yeah, and even if they don't kill it, they can always just give it to adoption. Because if they don't want the baby and they aren't ready for the baby, I feel like they just shouldn't
No,
have it.
no, no.
It's
Well,
their
that's the decision though. Are
yeah.
you gonna give it up for adoption, or are you gonna kill it? And it's 9 months old.
Well,
It's gonna come out in one
whatever,
week
whatever.
regardless. Regardless, it'll come out in 1 week, and it'll be a life, right?
Uh huh.
Well, I think it's a life prior, but if you want to bring it to just up to birth, right? The fact,
Hmm.
if you want to bring life and death up to actually coming out of the canal, which if you look at contraception, when the egg actually meets the sperm, it creates a whole new genetic code that determines height, weight, hairstyle, eye color, skin color, nose, personality, everything to your genetic code is created as soon as you have sex. So, I mean, as soon as you're
Hmm.
born. But if you want to bring it to the ultimate extreme, my question is like, would you say it's okay? Like this baby, like could have already been born premature, and then at the
Yeah.
same time, it's gonna be born in 1 week, but you find out about it and you say, it, let's kill it, right? Or let's say you don't even know about it and it goes into the toilet. They've even talked about the point that after birth you can have the decision to have an abortion. So after it's already born, you can kill
Hmm.
it and say that I don't think it's gonna have a good life.
So after like it came out and everything, they just decided to kill it.
They've talked about it. It's a very small crowd, but the fact is they've talked about it and it's being pushed more and more. It first started with first trimester.
Hmm.
Now in a lot of states, it's pushed to second trimester. In certain states, for certain regards, it's pushed to third trimester. Like as far as health issues or rape in third trimester, you can kill your baby. And
Yeah.
they're pushing it up to birth, and even past birth. So my question is like where do you stand? Like what is actually deemed as life, and do you think it is life prior to actually coming out of the canal, right?
Hmm.
So I mean,
I
if
think
I'm sorry.
like I think. Oh, sorry. I think that like after it's been born, honestly, I don't even think you should kill it. That's when I think you should give it to adoption, right?
Hmm.
Because I don't even know like an abortion could happen after birth. I thought it was just something that could happen only
Well, it,
like.
it, it, it can, but they're talking of it. So I don't want to push that and tell you that that's
Oh.
a scenario and that's actually what's happening. What is actually happening though, when you actually have a baby, have you heard of the day after pill?
It sounds familiar, but
Basically,
not entirely sure what it is.
basically when you have sex and you think that something bad's gonna happen, you go and take
Oh,
this pill the next day, and you will be guaranteed that nothing will happen, right?
so basically a plan B.
Yeah, plan B, basically. So
Got it.
basically, it only works if you do it within a certain amount of time after you had sex,
Hmm.
um, because the baby will be born after that. Now, when you look at pregnancy tests, they're only accurate up to about a month and a half sometimes, depending
Yeah,
on what
whatever.
pregnancy test you get. So then when you take it to where the baby is, right? So after a month, about 3 weeks, it starts gaining its vital organs, which means it starts to grow a heart. And in about
Hmm.
a month and a half, it already has a heart. Um, so if you would say that, you have something in you that's growing that has a heart, or I heard a really good scenario. If you were to, let me just ask you this one question. If you were to
Okay.
find right now, on YouTube or Google or anything, bacteria was found on Mars, rare bacteria from Mars, would you say that is life found on Mars?
Yeah, technically.
So, if it's technically life found on Mars, what's the difference between a bundle of cells in a woman's body compared to a bacteria found on Mars? It is life. The fact is it's
Um.
not enough life to permit what we see, but it is life. And that's what I look at is you have a different chromosome buildup from the mother and the father. It is completely different and it is growing. Now how life is made is from the mistakes that you make. Um,
True.
or the success you make because you want to do this, right? So it's not just
Mhm.
a mistake. I don't want to disparage having a baby because it can be an amazing thing and people celebrate life, right? So
Mhm.
abortion is the ultimatum of not celebrating life. And why aren't we celebrating life? When people die, we celebrate life, even after they're gone, right?
True. Yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of where I stand. Is I don't even believe in the death penalty. I don't believe
Mhm.
in killing anybody.
Y- Yeah, I don't either.
So when you're looking at a human life in the womb, you can
Hmm.
only find out after a heart is already started. I mean, when you're coming from the heart, I'm trying to come from the heart as like as a baby, dude. That's a fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
That's bacteria on Mars, right? I mean, like,
Hmm.
and you have a way to. to outcome, if something bad does happen, you have adoption, you have contraceptions like birth control, condoms. Like, I don't disparage that, and do what you want to do. Just don't create life if you don't want to have it.
Mhm.
At the same time, like, if you do have it and all that doesn't work, I don't think you should kill something. So, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I can respect that though.
Yeah. Uh, If you want to follow my YouTube, man, I'm kind of asking people tonight. Oh, that's not it
Mhm.
right there. That's my Discord, but let me grab this right here.
Oh, I'm gonna subscribe to your YouTube.
Oh yeah, let me post my YouTube right here. I'm asking people. I usually do like MAGA hat reactions, kind of different stuff on the media and what I feel on it. But
Hmm.
my overall stance is kind of cultural. And that's why I like Omegles. You get a different cultural stance. Even you're
Yeah,
borderline, but when I kind of break down the specifics of it, you can agree with me.
yeah, I could. Yeah, I agree with you at some points.
Yeah, so I mean, I appreciate that, and I
Yeah,
love
of course.
conversation like this, and I try to continue it. So,
Hmm.
hey, I hope you
Thank you,
have a
man.
good. Let me ask you though, one last question.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from California.
California,
Yeah.
California. Hey, are you scared?
Scared?
Like, is there bum shitting on the sidewalk and stuff?
Oh no, no, there isn't. There's a lot of them, but like they're not chilling. They're like chilling under a bridge.
Uh, if you
Sometimes.
don't mind me asking, are you guys comfortable or are you thinking about leaving? Has there been talk?
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I was born in California, but I'm in Louisiana right now.
Okay, okay.
Yes, and
So you guys already left.
yeah, we already left, but it was like for an entirely different reason.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
would you go back? Or is your family thinking about going back? Or are they like, good thing we left?
my mom's saying good thing we left, but honestly, I don't want to go back.
Yeah, no, I, I would just look at it as like, I'm living with my parents too, so I don't disparage you from that. But there's a reason why they're saying that. And right now, what's going on in California is not a good thing. It's a beautiful
Yeah,
place, and it's kind of sad. So,
it is.
but
That's what my mom says too.
but I appreciate you, man, Louisiana.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for the talk, dude.
Yeah,
It was really interesting.
no worries. I'm gonna try to talk to more people, get more experience, and that's why I ask you for where you're from. Like, you're from California, but you live in
Yeah, I
Louisiana,
live in
so
Louisiana right now.
it makes sense why you have a little bit different output, but you're still on like. How long ago did you guys move there?
We moved here like 2 years ago.
Damn, yeah. So you're very recent,
Yeah.
but you seem to be realizing my point of views other than just telling
Yeah,
me.
I did start realizing your point. Yeah.
I mean, and that's kind of the difference is people that I'm not gonna generalize, but a lot that I meet, kind of want to just tell me I'm wrong, and you kind of listen more. So
Yeah, no, I want to hear like your input on it.
I
And
appreciate that, man.
it was really interesting.
No, yeah, I
You
appreciate
really
it.
well
I
spoken.
appreciate your input as well, and that's why I do this. But
Hmm.
fucking like it's we both have our own point of views, and I respect yours. Like
Yeah,
I got
I respect yours too. That's why I didn't like interrupt you or anything. I just wanted to like hear you out.
yeah, hell yeah, man. Hey,
Mhm.
well, I hope you have a good night, man.
Yeah, you too, man.
Do you? If you got something that you're working on right now, try to expand on that.
All
Keep
right.
doing it.
Thank you, man. Have a good
Yeah,
one.
later.